Test audio. Test audio. All right, that's working great. Test audio. Test audio. All right. All right, let's get to it. First, we got to turn off this music. Start with. So we're going to put together all cloud files according to best practices. Ensuring current feature set is documented, along with plan to make mobile version to be deployed app stores. So the first thing, so we're building this game here, which is called Florida Man World. Drive around, shoot rockets, get into bar fights. There's hurricanes. This is just the beginning of it, but there will be multiplayer and other features and whatnot. This is more so the like the MVP. So you can stop, you can get into bar fights, and you can throw furniture. Oh, these guys are really good. It's kind of like Metal Slug. Oh, I got knocked out. But yeah, there's obviously some stuff we need to do. We can make it mobile friendly. So I've got Claude working on a plan for that, for some other ideas. The hard part in building this game was just getting getting the procedural land generation running, which it does in the browser. So it's all client-based JavaScript. This is all running in the browser. But I have a song playing, which is copywritten. So I'm just going to turn off all the music stuff first. So the first step for pretty much any project, I'm clodding the current one basically by adding the the best practice Claude reference files. Claude is the expert on using Claude, and it stays up to date. So it's something that you should be checking in on pretty much every week. Are the current Claude reference files up to date? Everything here was all coded by hand because it was a lot of JavaScript optimization, which would be too advanced for Claude. So I have it updating all the docs now. This looks good. Spy Hunter meets Florida Man. That's pretty good. All the technology, got Phaser, Webpack, Obfuscator, so people can't hack the actual code. And there's a live deployment. So yeah, the goal today is to get this running here in the browser in a mobile friendly way. So I'm gonna open a new window. Currently have it on freearcade.io deployed. So we can see it, but then I also want to spin it up to run locally. It doesn't have any backend dependencies deployed through Railway. So running it locally will be the same. Some cases, like for Rune Knight, which is my MMO, like you want to deploy a lot more, like a full deployment with backend, so that you can verify every time you make a major change that you didn't break any of the real-time capabilities. It's recommending capacitor, which I understand, but we're going to do a lot more research before making a final decision on that. I like Flutter the best for development because it'll deploy without even plugging in your phone and start running the project. So we've got the mobile roadmap, we have the README, and we have the Claude files, reference files. And then we've got the README, procedural road generation, combat systems with rockets, explosions, bar stops with interior fighting mechanics, Florida wildlife, hurricane weather events, Florida Man news ticker, and neon Miami Vice aesthetic-ish. It's more of an Everglades Florida Man aesthetic, I think, but it's fine for now. Music's gotta go. It's trying to drive me crazy. Okay. Good. Phaser 3 best practices. That's good. Probably put it in Claude, right? Yep. So it decided to just do one main file. In some cases you have a .claude file at the parent directory. That's if you want it to check something every single time. But for a simple game like this, we're good for now. Let's remove music entirely, including the M button and any references to the M button, music toggle. Says I have free guest passes. Drop a comment. Maybe I'll send one out. So we're first removing it from game.js and then from our roadmap and everything. We really don't. That's correct. Music control. Music text. Gone. Good. And key. We don't need that control anymore. Highly recommend the Phaser framework for building these games in JavaScript. It's a really good way to learn it if you're just getting into it. I've spent the last, off and on, like the last year or two, building this procedural engine because I wanted to make it so that it could hook into a real-time multiplayer engine. Good. Yes. Moving music entirely. It's driving me crazy. Now we're gonna push our changes. Typically you don't want Claude to push, but if you add to the .claude folder specific instructions or do's or do nots, doesn't matter really. And just commit often. If you don't commit, you know, pretty multiple times a day, then that's the problem. It's not really Claude. That's right, we have bar fights 1. We're going to push. That's going to deploy it to build through Railway. So push it. Build's going to kick off. Pull up Railway. No. Actually, I can't show that. So it'll either crash or it'll rebuild. Here it is. So it's building. While that's doing that, let's run game locally. So when this updates, we should see that press M should go away. Now it's deploying. Build is successful. Start a dev server. Cool. You can see the M is, oh, there's still M on the, that's why you do it locally. Go away. Okay, it's online. Cool. But we still have M on toggle music. Should be on 3000 or 8080. Where are you? Okay, great. Under welcome to Florida, home screen, we still have M to toggle music as an option. Needs to be removed. Cane. Cool. There it is. Yep. Push. Then we should see the build. There we go. Yeah, that'll work fine. Okay, let's think how we want to make this mobile. The current build is using the screen space. Part of me wonders if we just want to put the controls on the bottom and just, we could start with that, just make this fit like the top half of the phone. So we're going to put together a plan to take the current aspect ratio, make it, make a version where it fits on the top part of the phone screen and the remaining area underneath will be buttons per the controls. This isn't going to work. Sure, enter plan mode. So we got to first get this fit to a phone. Desktop, this is phone mode. It's like an iPhone XR. Okay, so it's going to read, it's catting the game file, which means it's reading it. Yep, it's 800 by 600, so we don't want to make, that's a good question. Portrait or landscape? You know, it'd probably fit a lot better, let me think, landscape. Yeah, and then have the controls on either side, that's good. Let's keeping the current aspect ratio so it doesn't break anything visually. Game engine is a little, it's not delicate, it's just aspect ratio based, so it can be tricky and really annoying to fix. But if we keep that aspect ratio, that could fit any screen as long as we size it vertically. So keeping the current aspect ratio so it doesn't break anything visually, and centering it in landscape mode. That'd be cool too. Like we could put one of our crazy Florida man pictures on the loading screen and make it landscape so they know to switch it. So keeping the current aspect ratio doesn't break anything visually, centering it in landscape mode with controls on either side of the screen. Accessible the user's thumbs. Virtual joystick, I've been thinking about this. For this, I think the keys are easier to steer with, left, right, because it can get going pretty fast and like it's easier to like master with tapping. If it's I don't know, drag might work, but it'll probably get, you don't really get like that fine control. We're not going to do tilt. Should be a separate index mobile specific or responsive in the same file. Should definitely be a separate index file. Okay. Yeah, it's a chunk system. Procedural row generation, do not modify. It knows from all the pain it took to build this procedural, high performance procedural generation. What's cool about it is it runs fast on any browser. Like you barely need any RAM at all for it to be really smooth. So it's going to be very responsive. You can tell I played this way too much. Gator, 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 gator. Yeah, I'm actually really stoked about making it in the middle, kind of like a Game Boy Advance layout. I didn't think of that, but I think should fit perfect, and it'll kind of look like a kind of Game Boy aspect ratio, which I think is fun. it set up so that if you get it just right, so you can see how fast the generation works. You can get up over 6,000 miles an hour. It's a little tricky with all the 2,000. But the idea is to, so you can see how fast the, spun out. But yeah, if this will become more like GTA where you have multiple people and you're playing against real people, instead of these simple AIs. Okay, let's see what we got here. Yeah, so we'll have up, left, down, D-pad. We'll have the D-pad set up, that's fine. Scale. All right. Mobile controls are building. It'll be kind of like an idle driver, like people, a little Spy Hunter game. People who are sitting at the airport or something, just something to pass the time. Let's see how fast. Oh, maybe I should add a top speed. Okay. So you're going to have a separate mobile, so you can see this is prod index, same thing. For the deployment to Railway, you have to add where NPM or on jsdeliver.net has the phaser bundle to load it within the browser. Mobile is going to be same thing, but with a lot more styling. So I don't want this to break. Okay, so made it fit. Center both, so it's scaling both to center. There's not really a reason to have it be so set there anyway, and we can always up the resolution. Okay. Now we're going to try. Cool, cool, cool. Rotate your device to landscape. Pull this up in. Okay. All right. The buttons are hooked up. Okay. So. All right. So. D-pad buttons. Let's check some different. I see. So I think they all iPhone 12. Yeah. On all phones, have the right left buttons next to the up button. The left side of the up button and the down button is way below alone. The other three are clustered together up higher. I can give it a screenshot. The nested wrapper div. I think this is looking alright. There we go. Okay. Good change. Good D-pad vibe. Brakes. Cool. Alright. Wonder if we want to move the down button up higher, but won't worry about that for now. Cool, good work. And it's incremental, which is what we want. If you hold it down, cool, it's got a good, it's good. Okay. That's good stuff. We do need to add ads. When the player dies, what is, how about put together a plan, to add these. Is Flutter the best option to on this game? Integrate the ads, do a full in-depth comparison of all platforms optimized for these requirements. These controls don't look great, but you can change them. It's just about getting it functioning first. Should probably push changes soon too. And it doesn't break the main one, which is important. Keyboard controls still work. Socket error. Let's see. To hide it. check something. Okay, yeah, we're good. Cool. All right, exit. Exit doesn't, oh, we got a test going into a bar. Park, park, enter. Oh, it's using park to punch. I'm gonna have to update all the controls for that. It's saying capacitor. See, it puts together a whole, I guess, add mob. Flutter does, you know, the Flutter would have to be all rewritten. React would have to be React. Cordova has native, well, capacitor does too. It's active maintenance though. It's excellent add mob. I mean, that's pretty important. Oh, set up capacitor with add mob. That's a good idea. All right. I built some with capacitor. It's a pain, but building it fresh will help. And we'll get it on running on iOS, Android, and install the add mob plugin. Definitely going to spend some time make those controls look better, but good enough for now. I have to review add mob. It's the best for game ads. Unity. Oh, it's through Google. Let's say iOS games. $10 million users, 50,000. I'm pretty sure we could get to 50,000. So you basically get paid 50 cents per user, pretty much. Now we're going to add a death screen and trigger the ad. have to add some splash screens and whatnot. And a crash screen for when you crash the car. And we're going to sync capacitor. Did that deploy? It did. Okay, so now it loads full screen. Cool. Could probably amp up the resolution, but it's good enough for now. Pushing changes, so we installed capacitor core, add mob, add managers for interstitial, add handling, add trigger on player depth. Cool. I can't see that on YouTube. Player loss. Configure capacitor. Test add IDs. Update webpack. Then update the cloud file. Cool. All right. Should show interstitial. Let's check locally. Got a crash. Boom. Should be. Then it triggers. Will trigger the ad. All right. So we made good progress. We've got the mobile version. We've installed the capacitor. We do rocket. We can park. We can enter. We can exit. We can slow down. And this will load on any phone. We're gonna need a button to restart. Should probably just add it. So, you know, more tweaks to come on the next one, but I think we've made some decent progress. Most importantly was just deciding what the overall game interface is going to look like, and I think landing on